I got two bits of news.
Okay.
I quit AMC Stubbs A-List today.
All right. Well, this is in the show then. You need to elaborate. Go ahead.
So the reason is because the AMCs that I frequent, I'm tired of, and I just don't like the theater, and it just doesn't feel special like going to the movies. It feels like I'm going to see a movie inside of a Walmart. So I
I'm sorry, have they changed in some way, or is it just
no, it's just like I just got to the point where I realized I've been to AMC theaters twice since Christmas. I've been to a different theater like 4 or 5 times. I'm happier at the other theater. The
yeah,
food's better. It's less populated usually. Like I'm one of 5 people in the theater, if that.
yeah.
But so I wanted to bring it up because when I quit, it says
Oh man.
you can't rejoin for 6 months. So I was like, are you sure you want to quit? So I was like, yeah. And then it says, are you sure you want to quit? Like it gives you another
Again.
like pop up.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. And then it said, did I do something wrong? And I said, no, it's fine. And then it said, we should at least do this in person. And I said, what? And then and then it said, I thought we would be together forever. And then I was like, I never promised that. And then it said, oh God, please don't do this. Today's episode of Reserve Seating is a video version of the Mall Movie Time Machine. The Mall Movie Time Machine, what is that, you might ask? Well, back in the analog days about this movie, I wrote a column where it was like, I found this ad of like grand opening for this mall movie theater. And it would have like a big, look at us, look at these 8 movies we're playing. And I always would say, what if we went back in time in a time machine and you landed at that mall on grand opening day? What movie would you see? Like knowing what you know in 2022, which would you want to go back in time to relive that experience, whether it be a movie or like a movie on its opening day, or like I just want to see this with a crowd, or I've never seen this at all and this is a great excuse to finally see this movie. So I have 5 time travel trips for Rob, and I'm going to ask him which movie he would go see if he time traveled back to this date and time at this movie theater playing these movies.
So again, just to clarify, it is me today in 2022 traveling back in time. I may have seen these movies, I may have not. And there's all kinds of different reasons why. I'm not going back in age, right? I'm staying me. Now, have you chosen? I'm sure you have, but have you chosen movies?
I have, yeah.
For which ones you go?
Okay. Yeah, you go first, and then I'll tell you which one I picked.
Got it. All right.
And you can be as detailed as you want. You could say like, this is the process of elimination, right, or this is the reason why I picked this one, or you could just say like, this is the title, move on, whatever you want.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so I'm gonna go in chronological. So trip number 1, we are going back to August 2nd, 1985.
Ooh. I'm always down for going back to 1985.
You have 6 movies to choose from to see at the Bangor Mall Cinemas.
Which Bangor?
I think Maine.
Got it.
Okay. I like that you're factoring this in.
I need to know the climate. I need to know what am I wearing a jacket? Am I not? Do I have to?
Probably not in August. All right, so we've got 3 movies debuting on this day. You've got Weird Science, Follow That Bird, and Fright Night, all opening today.
I think I'm speaking for a lot of people when I say, what the fuck is Follow That Bird?
Follow That Bird, this is where you'll insert a clip. It is a Sesame Street movie where Big Bird gets kidnapped and they paint him blue. And it's the most upsetting thing ever. I saw this in theaters and I remember crying very hard. So,
what were the other movies?
So those 3 movies. Then you also have weekend number 2 of European Vacation.
Okay.
You have Back to the Future, about 2-3 months into its run. maybe even a
Okay.
month into its run. I think it came out around 4th of July.
All right.
And then you have the re-release of E.T.
I'm going Fright Night. I think Fright Night is the way to go. I think I'd be really excited to see Fright Night on opening night in 1985, knowing what I know now, knowing Fright Night. Follow That Bird, I think I'll never watch. I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge European Vacation fan, so I'm going to go Fright Night. Which one did you go
Okay.
with?
I will join you seeing Fright Night on opening night because I would love to see a 1980s horror movie
With
right
a
when it's released.
1980 horror crowd
Yes,
on opening
totally.
night. Hell yeah.
In a mall.
In a
You kidding?
mall. There's nothing better.
Yeah. And then they're just like, are you going to any other theaters? And I said, yeah, I'm going to Classic Cinemas. And they're like, I thought you said Classic Cinemas was disgusting. And I said, it's kind of grown on me. And I'm saying, then it's like, I fucking knew it. And I was like, what's that supposed to mean? And I'm just like, well, I don't know. We grew apart. And they're just like, what was it? Was it the stadium seating? And I'm like, no, I love the stadium seating. They're like, was it the recliners? And I'm like, well, no, the recliners are fine. I can't put into words like it's not one thing. It's just that I feel like you're doing your thing and I'm doing mine. And I don't know. I just needed some time apart. And I'm like, you're gonna meet other guys. Like other guys are gonna go to your theater. And they're just like, but they're not you. And I was like, well, it's this big thing. So if you're gonna cancel AMC Stubs A-List, just know it hurts. It's gonna hurt. Like I cried. I put away my pictures of AMC Stubs A-List. Like I had a bunch of photos of us together, like selfies. Like I deleted them from my phone. It wasn't easy for me. All right, trip number 2. We are time traveling forward to June 30th, 1989.
Okay.
We are going to a dollar theater, so a second run theater.
Second run.
The Super Saver Cinemas 8. And you have 9
Where is
movies
this?
to choose.
Is this also in Bangor, Maine?
I think it's in Cincinnati, if I remember right.
All right.
Okay.
Just gotta get all facts. I gotta paint a picture.
I didn't write down the locations for all of them, so but I think I remember Cincinnati was that one. Let me see if I can get the ads on my phone. Hold on.
We're gonna do this or not, Risky. Like we're gonna,
Oh my God, you're calling me Risky. You must be really mad at me.
I only use his last name when I'm mad at him. It's like the reverse of being his parent. I use his last name when I'm angry.
You have the choices of Major League, Roadhouse, Rain Man, Renegades, which I believe is a Lou Diamond Phillips Kiefer Sutherland movie.
Okay, thank you for context.
Pink Cadillac, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, No Holds Barred, Three Fugitives, and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, I want to see. So it comes down to, what do I want to see with an 80s crowd?
What do you want to see with a discount crowd too?
The discount. So that's like committed,
Yeah. So I'm gonna go see Roadhouse.
What time?
And I'm gonna go to the 12:20 Roadhouse.
All right.
And
we'll be in
the
the
reason
theater
I'm
at the
gonna
same
go
time.
for Roadhouse is you and I are gonna have to meet up at like Kings Island Amusement Park or somewhere in Cincinnati later, because I am gonna go to jail because we're time traveling, so we can really do whatever we want. So I'm going to start a fight in the screening of Roadhouse.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. That's where I was going to. So I was going to ask you. My second question was going to be: is there like a midnight Roadhouse? Like, is there like a late Roadhouse?
Late show is 9:55.
All right. You go. So you're going to start some shit at the matinee.
Yeah. And I'm thinking of getting my hair done, like, because it's a new me. Like I think maybe some tattoos, like the George Clooney neck tattoo. I might do that.
Do you think it's going to be like, what will you pick new seats in your new theater? Like, will you try something different, or are you going to go for like the old reliable? Like, we tend to stay in lanes with theaters. We have certain maybe types, if you will, that we tend to stick with. Do you think you're going to try to mix it up, or do you think you're going to kind of, maybe whatever comes to you, you get to the theater and there's certain seats available and that's kind of what you go with?
I'm going to be really promiscuous, to be honest. Like, it's going to be like a real looking for Mr. Good theater type of situation.
Got it. Do you think,
Yeah.
do you see yourself sitting in multiple rows at once.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, multiple rows, different positions like armrest up, armrest down, feet up, reclined, not reclined.
Like full
Yeah,
recline, like where you just like because you sometimes you go to the theater and you hit the button for like the back and then you hit the button for the feet to come up, but then you can hit that one button that just goes full recline. Do you think
yeah,
do you ever see yourself just going like, you know what, from the first time I sit down, I'm going full recline right away.
maybe. I mean, like if I had a good dinner beforehand
Got it.
and I'm feeling comfortable,
It's important to
then
have the
maybe.
freedom to do that. All right, what's the next one?
Okay. All right. So we are time traveling forward to November 22nd, 1991.
Yeah.
Okay, so your choices are An American Tail, Five O Goes West.
That's this week. That's premiering this week.
This is opening day.
Opening day.
The rest of
That's the
them
one
are
first run movie. I'm sorry to interrupt you. That's the
that is the
one
one first
first
run
movie.
movie.
Got
The rest of them are in their second run.
Second, got it.
The rest is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Point Break, Hot Shots, City
Part,
Slickers.
part one. Hot Shots Part One.
Correct. City Slickers, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Pure Luck, and Doc Hollywood.
It's T2. I can't talk myself out of it. If I had the opportunity to see T2 with a '90s crowd, I'm going.
So I think I'm gonna do the same thing for the same reasons, but I'm gonna go see Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I can definitely. That was definitely my that was my number two for sure.
And I'll
But
probably sneak
T2.
in for a little bit of Fievel because we're like Fievel goes past.
I think that's actually a really exciting opportunity for you and for AMC theaters because
Yeah.
neither of you knows what's out there because you've been sitting in those theater seats for so long that both of you just got used to it.
And AMC's acting like, this came out of nowhere, but it really didn't. I mean, like we were apart for like 13 months during COVID. And I
How many
hooked
movies
up
are you
with
really going to go see during COVID? You know what I mean? Like it's
I hooked up with the drive-in a couple of
right.
times and like that was just circumstantial. I mean, like, and AMC was just like, "Ew, you're going to those old movies," and I'm just like, sometimes the older movies just have more experience, just are better. Like, and I felt different things, like emotionally watching older movies. Like, the younger movies, like, just no fault of their own, they just can't be there.
It doesn't mean they're bad movies.
Yeah, it doesn't. So we are going to the Dickinson Theater's Great Mall 16 for their grand opening celebration.
Oh shit! Grand opening, great, and I know it's going to be good because it's a great mall.
It is a great mall.
Yeah.
It says, "We've got it all digital sound system, all rocker stadium seating, and more." They got DTS sound, they got Sony Dynamic digital sound,
Right.
and they are the Great Mall of the Great Plains. So I don't know exactly where it is, but it is in the Great Plains.
Marketing. I mean, this is great. I'm sold.
Yes.
I'm sold on this.
So
Although I don't know how I feel about saying we've got it all, then giving two examples. I feel like maybe more would have been better.
This is true. Well, yeah, okay, so this is first run, July 25th, 1997. Two movies opening today: Air Force One and Good Burger. And then you also have the choices of Contact, The Lost World Jurassic Park, Nothing to Lose, George of the Jungle, Hercules, Face Off, Men in Black, and My Best Friend's Wedding. This is a no-brainer for me.
Is it one of the new ones?
Yes.
Is it Air Force One?
No.
It's Good Burger. Yeah.
I never saw Good Burger in a theater. I would love to see Good Burger with a full crowd of middle schoolers.
Oh, of Bills. I was gonna say it's got to be like the all that crowd. It's got to be.
I want to see it with the all that crowd, and then just be like, "You guys don't understand. This is still good." I'm relieved that I don't have the pressure anymore. That like, it wasn't so much that AMC just wanted me to go, but they wanted like kids, and they wanted me to like bring kids that would only like go to AMC, and I'm just like, I don't even know if I want that. Like that's extra admissions, that's kids combos. Like it's a fixed cost for me to go, but like now I got to bring more people. Like I don't know. Okay, so the final trip is just for 1 year, but it's around the holidays. So
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Okay.
December 18th, 1998.
Oh,
We are going
Christmas
to the
time.
Liberty Tree Mall. And the Liberty Tree Mall is in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Big new theater. 20 big screens, all stadium seating for unobstructed viewing. Today's hottest movies, love seats and high back recliner rocking chair seats.
I'm sorry.
All
Love
digital sound.
seats.
What?
Love seats in the theater.
Yeah. Have you heard of love seats before? That was a big thing in Illinois.
I've
Love
never
seats are
seen.
love seats are basically two seats together with no armrest in the middle.
Right, like I understand the concept of a love seat in the living room. Like I have one of those, but I had no idea they did that in the theater.
That was a big thing in the late 90s in Illinois, at least.
What are we, East Coast? What are we doing over here? I've never heard of that.
Massachusetts has one at the Liberty Tree Mall.
If you're watching this, comment. Does your region have love seats in the theater? Is it still a thing?
Not as much.
I've been to movie theaters in Illinois.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Not as much.
Bring that.
Do you want the two most exciting superlatives before we get into the actual movies playing?
Adam, how could you ask that? Of course, I want the two most exciting superlatives.
Okay, well, first off, this is a Lowe's theater, and Lowe's was an awesome chain, so like that's exciting.
We didn't have Lowe's around here, but I'll take your word for it.
The Liberty Tree Mall has great hot food.
Oh,
great hot food.
Is it great, hot food, or just great hot food?
Great hot food.
Got it.
And whoever wrote this copy is my hero, because it says the best view of Hollywood is from the Liberty Tree Mall.
That's some Don Draper shit right there. That's good stuff. I like that.
Yeah.
Well done, Liberty Tree Mall guy from 90 whatever. 7, 8.
All right, so this is opening day for two hot holiday releases. You've Got Mail and The Prince of Egypt.
Ooh. I want to cozy up with Meg and Tom, and I'm going. You've Got Mail. I'm gonna put on a big pea coat and a scarf, and I'm You Got Mail all the way. How about you?
I had a date night in winter break '98 to see You've Got Mail, and I went to Ruby Tuesdays beforehand, and let me tell you, that's some holiday magic right there.
Yeah, Ruby Tuesdays and You Got Mail.
Yeah.
You did well that night, didn't you, my friend?
I did. The only faux pas I made was I did not know how the heat worked in my car, and we were very cold.
And you provided your own heat that night, my friend. Yes, you did.
Yeah, with the girl who was a year older than me and had the reputation at my high school of cute, never talks. It's like I'm sitting there on Thursday night, I'm watching the Batman, and I'm like, do I even know this theater anymore?
Right.
I felt like I was right there, but I was also a million miles away,
Yeah. The sound starts to dull. You remember, wow, this theater used to have such great sound. Like the sound, that bat audio, it's dull. It just wasn't. You know where it's coming from now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And maybe somebody else, for them, for the theater, they're hearing it for the first time, and it's the most amazing sound they've ever heard. There's something alchemical there. There's something that they might not have known yet, and they might meet the theater goer of their lives.
I saw Spider-Man with AMC, and people were cheering, and I'm like, I can't even remember the last time AMC made me cheer, So all of you watching, please play along. Yeah. Leave a comment with what movies you would see on each of these time travel trips with Rob and Adam, because we would love to hear about it. So next time we will be back with Mike Pomero rejoining us for another Highlander entry, Highlander the Source, the non-theatrical Highlander starring Adrian Paul. And then the week after that, we will do a ripoff of Siskel and Ebert's If We Pick the Winners, and we will pick out our choices for the winners for the top 6 Oscar categories, and we're joined by JB. So until next time,
The best view of the Great Plains is at
The
Hollywood,
Liberty Tree Mall.
Liberty Tree Mall.
You can see the Great Plains like it's like you're right next door.
They're right there. And you know, sit in a different spot, you know, because sit in a different chair, you know, because they got, you know, AMC didn't like when you sat in that one, you know, in that seat, third row back, you know, center. They were more of a like, you know, a back and to the right kind of theater. They wanted you in that one spot, and you, for a while, you were happy to be there, you know, because it meant so much to them. But, you know, after a while, it's just like, is this what I want? Is this how I want to see Free Guy? You know, like you know, that's not the angle of Ryan Reynolds that I'm interested in. I want to get closer. I need more from Ryan Reynolds, is what I'm saying. Like, I need more. I need you to want me to want more.
I mean, more so than me and AMC. The thing that I'm worried about is like I've got friends who are also like friends with AMC, and it's like, whose side are they gonna be on? Like I told Patrick this, and he's just like, gosh, can we even talk anymore? And I was like, I'm like, it sounds like you made your decision that you're gonna go with AMC and not Adam Risky.